Hi, I'm Jane King, and this is New to the Street, in person back here at the NASDAQ market site in New York City. This show is all about public, private blockchain companies, the CEOs, the founders, and the innovators, bringing you lots of opportunities to consider. Here we go. Operation Restored Warrior is a non-denominational Christian nonprofit organization created to heal and restore veterans. And with me is Jimmy Watson, the Chief Operating Officer, to explain what this is all about. So give me an overview of Operation Restored Warrior.
Well, I think it's important to identify the problem right now. And the problem is actually, it's an epidemic. You know, COVID was a pandemic. But the problem right now is that we have documented 22 veterans a day committing suicide from the Veterans Affairs documentation. But that's actually the least amount of numbers. It's actually probably double that, and it's because of high-risk behavior. And that's what I was doing. It's high-risk behavior is committing these suicides, like riding your bike at 150 miles an hour down the road, drinking, and things like that.
Right.
And so it's a big problem. Like, for instance, look, I was at the apex of my SEAL career, okay? I had done the Marines, Blackwater, Navy SEALs, everything's going great, right, in my life. And then all of a sudden I had a traumatic brain injury. Then I get put in James Haley Veterans Hospital. There, things start to go awry. I leave there with 30 diagnoses and 30 different problems and 30 different prescriptions, right? In a brown paper bag. And now a year later, though, I go to a mental health facility and try to hang myself, unfortunately. And that's the problem. So these things are not working, but I found a solution.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about what's behind that, the suicides. Is it just the adaptation to society? Is it the pain? Is it the post-traumatic stress? I mean, what do you think is leading to that?
Well, we've been at war for 2 decades, okay? And you're part of a tribe, you're part of a team, right? And then you come home and it's not necessarily, yes, combat's terrible and all that, but it's really the heart is the problem. The heart is the issue. And there's a lot of underlying things that happen in our life that create this trauma, right? The combat only exasperates the problem. And so men and women are coming home and then they feel lost. They're not part of a team anymore. And you're trying to seek validation. You're trying to seek self-actualization, but you can't find it anywhere. So where do you find it? You go to drugs, alcohol, the lifestyle that I was talking about. You're playing, like me, Russian roulette with life, basically. You're right on the teeter of trying to find something meaningful, but it's not out there. And so we look for it, and then in our desperate action, end up doing something drastic.
Yeah. Well, awesome. Well, thank you, Jimmy, for what you're doing now and what you have done for the country in the past. So
thank you so much. It's great seeing you again.
Yeah,
I love
you too.
your show.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thousands of people use Phantom every day to access DeFi, NFT, Metaverse, and GameFi decentralized applications. On Phantom, you can trade, lend, and borrow in a fully decentralized way with instant speed and near zero fees. Whether you're an artist or a collector, there's a rich and accessible NFT ecosystem to explore. Join your friends in the Metaverse for exciting digital experiences or play revolutionary Web3 games. Join Phantom today.
I have a question for you. Are you talking about your company or are you being talked about? The internet is full of business owners that want your clients. So now imagine if the competition you have now becomes irrelevant. Imagine you didn't have to fight for clients because they are all coming to you. How would that change your business? This could be your reality because that's what we do. We help you get the credibility that you deserve. My name is Rhonda Swan. I'm the founder and CEO of the Unstoppable Branding Agency. If you think you qualify to work with us, message me and apply today and click on the link in this video. I look forward to meeting you. Don't forget to be unstoppable and stay wild.
CEEK Metaverse is a virtual reality platform with concerts from top artists like Lady Gaga, Katy Perry, The Killers. They digitally connect artists and athletes and other digital content creators directly to their fans in virtual worlds. And really one of the most successful metaverse companies, I think, that's going on right now, Mary Spio, who is the CEO and founder of CEEK Metaverse. So great to see you again. And let's just start. I gave a little overview, but give me an overview of what CEEK is doing right now.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're providing the tools for digital content creators, for artists and sports teams, et cetera, to be able to connect to their fans in the metaverse. And, we're probably one of the first that ever created this platform to allow artists and digital content creators to be able to do that, not just in our own proprietary metaverse, but also on Oculus, on HTC, and iOS, Android, and all of that.
Yeah, you were really one of the first groups that I had talked to that was kind of doing the metaverse. I don't think even at the time we were saying metaverse, we were saying more like virtual reality, but that's basically what you were doing at the time.
Yeah, and what's interesting is I presented to Facebook back in, I think it was 2014 or 2015.
Oh, wow.
And I spoke specifically of the metaverse. We did an application where we talked about going beyond gaming and having people in these social environments, watching movies, watching concert, watching games. So if you think about where the metaverse is today, and you look at that presentation that we did to Facebook, Oculus, you will see that it's the vision that's being realized today.
So just real quick, Mary, so for somebody who's kind of interested in this, but they don't even know where to begin, like, I guess you start with VR headsets, right? And then an app, the CEEK app, and then that's how you enter the CEEK Metaverse. That's what somebody needs to do. Okay.
Yeah, so if you have no idea what we're talking about, just go to the App Store, iOS or Android, download the CEEK app, and the CEEK is CEEK. You download the app, you see all these different venues, just enter it, and you can use your hand even on the phone to move around and see what's happening. And then to have the next level of experience, you could pick up a VR headset. We have one VR headset. You could pick up the Oculus, which we recommend also, and be able to, experience. It's a phenomenal world. And once you try it, there's no going back. There's really no going back.
Yeah, no, it's very cool. I've been in it too, so I should really do it more because it is kind of a very unique experience. So
yes, absolutely.
Thank you so much, Mary. Great to have an update and look forward to the next one.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I always love coming on your show, Jane.
Thousands of people use Phantom every day to access DeFi, NFT, Metaverse, and GameFi decentralized applications. On Phantom, you can trade, lend, and borrow in a fully decentralized way with instant speed and near zero fees. Whether you're an artist or a collector, there's a rich and accessible NFT ecosystem to explore. Join your friends in the Metaverse for exciting digital experiences or play revolutionary Web3 games. Join Phantom today.
I have a question for you. Are you talking about your company, or are you being talked about? The internet is full of business owners that want your clients. So now imagine if the competition you have now becomes irrelevant. Imagine you didn't have to fight for clients because they are all coming to you. How would that change your business? This could be your reality, because that's what we do. We help you get the credibility that you deserve. My name is Rhonda Swan. I'm the founder and CEO of the Unstoppable Branding Agency. If you think you qualify to work with us, message me and apply today and click on the link in this video. I look forward to meeting you. Don't forget to be unstoppable and stay wild.
SKUR, the true solution for your digital privacy and security. SKUR is a private and secure messaging and email solution hosted in Switzerland, using proprietary military-grade encryption and Swiss privacy laws, giving you true privacy. SKUR doesn't collect or sell your data and doesn't require your phone number or any personal data that hackers target. You can message and email non-secure users privately without the need for others to download SKUR. Visit SKUR.com. Regain and protect your privacy today.
We're all getting older, and with that comes a lifetime of microscopic damages at the cellular level. And Lifeist has microcellular science and Cell F. It's an intensive super blend formula. It claims to boost energy at the cellular level. So with me is the COO of Lifeist and the CEO of Mikra, Faraaz, Jamal. It's great to see you back here again.
That's amazing, Jane.
So Cell F is the actual product,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, that's right.
And that replaces what, multivitamins? Like, how does this work exactly?
So it's actually a really great question. A lot of our customers right now, they email in, they phone in and things like that, and they ask what can Self actually replace? And generally,
so you call it Self.
Yeah.
Self. Okay.
Yeah, it's Cell F or Self, depending on how you want to go about it. But Self can actually replace your multivitamins as long as you're not, majority of people take multivitamins for whole body health and wellness and things like that. I always like to say that Self is actually the new modern multivitamin. It's meant to promote a healthy lifestyle as well as a healthy cellular system.
And I remember you explained that it works on the cells. And so, and we talked about hydration. That was one of the key things. So how does it work?
Yeah, so when you do ingest Self, it moves to your gastric environment completely unchanged, and then it's all absorbed directly into your cells. And that's where our technology really shines. So we actually transport these nutrients directly into your cells, and then they create reactions that can boost your inflammatory responses, your immune system, basically get rid of your chronic fatigue, and that's where Self really does shine. The majority of people out there right now take their multivitamins and they take their supplements and they're hoping to achieve more energy or achieve a better, just reduce some of that inflammation.
Better, yeah.
And Self actually does that.
Now, how big do you think this product could get?
I always say that Self is for everyone, but truthfully, the majority of individuals who are going to benefit are above 30. That's kind of that sweet spot. Once you hit 30, all of your all-nighters at university or all of those things kind of catch up to you and you hit that wall. Self is designed for everybody who's above 30.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Thanks so much, Faraaz, for coming back.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks so much.
Thanks.
SKUR, the true solution for your digital privacy and security. SKUR is a private and secure messaging and email solution hosted in Switzerland, using proprietary military-grade encryption and Swiss privacy laws, giving you true privacy. SKUR doesn't collect or sell your data and doesn't require your phone number or any personal data that hackers target. You can message and email non-secure users privately without the need for others to download SKUR. Visit SKUR.com. Regain and protect your privacy today.
Thousands of people use Phantom every day to access DeFi, NFT, Metaverse, and GameFi decentralized applications. On Phantom, you can trade, lend, and borrow in a fully decentralized way with instant speed and near zero fees. Whether you're an artist or a collector, there's a rich and accessible NFT ecosystem to explore. Join your friends in the Metaverse for exciting digital experiences or play revolutionary Web3 games. Join Phantom today.
Want to get linked to a really good investment? Everyone knows you have to be at the right place at the right time. So here's the deal. Link2 is that place. And when you sign up, you'll join an awesome community of investors with access to the world's leading private companies way before they go mainstream. Are you ready to get linked to? Our unicorns are waiting. Link2. Private investing made simple.
Coastal Capital focuses on equipment-based lending, lines of credit, and working capital. I founded my company based on the belief of partnerships. If we didn't have partnerships and trust and relationships, nothing would move forward. We really like to get to know the core of the client. We want to know who we're working with. We believe in a story, and that's why we call ourselves a story time lender. Coastal Capital is financing you can trust.
The Blockchain Founders Fund focuses exclusively on adding value to blockchain and emerging technology projects with real-world applications. It aims to help entrepreneurs and people who are interested in the blockchain industry. And with me is managing partner Ali Madhavji to explain a little bit about the Blockchain Founders Fund. So let's just start. You've been at the forefront of Web3 for years. Most people just kind of got on the radar screen in the past year or so. I mean, give us an overview of the Blockchain Founders Fund.
Absolutely. So we're a leading venture capital firm in the Web3 space. We're investing in companies very early, typically pre-seed and seed stage as our first checks. And our goal is to support founders to, help them achieve their vision of solving some of the biggest problems in the world that, can be solved with Web3.
Yeah. And then, so we've seen a market downturn this year. It's been crypto winter, so to speak. I mean, how have you navigated that landscape? I mean, how is BFF performing?
Yeah, so I mean, it's been challenging. We've seen a lot of VCs that were backing companies in the bull market at, $500 million, $1 billion, even bigger numbers that have taken massive down rounds. I mean, on these companies. I mean, you've seen startups, that are now cutting their valuation significantly, and they're having cash challenges. I mean, you're seeing a lot of this, in the news. I think the big difference for us is we come in at the start, right? So we're backing these companies very early. We're typically first checks into these businesses, and then we're helping them to navigate this landscape and helping them to sort of pivot and sort of operate, in a more turbulent environment, helping them to be even more leaner than they were before. And that's actually been a really big advantage. And so we've actually been able to see quite a few of our companies bucking the trend, doing really well, still raising quite large rounds, bringing in some of the most well-known traditional investors in the world into their rounds. And so this has been a pretty interesting and beneficial spot that we're in, because we're still benefiting from coming in early. And while there still is a lot of capital later on, it's just more selective. And so we're able to tap into that.
Yeah. Now, a lot of the founders say they have trouble getting in touch with VCs and hearing back from them. And the whole fundraising part is difficult. I mean, are you still actively investing?
We are, yeah. So no, we're extremely active. I mean, we've all been on our team founders or part of startups in the past. And so one of the things that is we understand how it is to be a founder, and it's not easy, right? I mean, even in a bull market, I mean, it's still not easy as a founder. In a bear market, I mean, you're getting no after no after no from VCs, or oftentimes you get ghosted by VCs, you don't even hear a no. And this is a complaint from a lot of founders. I mean, I've been through this myself as a founder. And so one of the things that we do is our goal is to respond to every single startup that reaches out to us or that we talk to, and then we actually go and provide a lot of value. We're actually more active than ever before. We're actually doing about 4 deals a month right now, which is quite high for a VC. And the big part of this is just making sure that we're able to then support our founders and then help bring other great partners around these companies.
And what are the areas in this industry that you're most excited about?
Yeah, I mean, one of the interesting things, I mean, over the last 5 years, obviously, blockchain has come a long way. There's been a lot of sort of major sort of development. It's been, we've got everything from, DeFi to NFTs and all these things that people are hearing about. But there's a lot of gaps in these areas that need to be solved in order to make these technologies really go mainstream and solve sort of a lot of problems globally. I'll give you an example. There was a recent report from Galaxy Digital about NFTs, and if you take the top 25 NFT collections, only one of those 25 actually have IP rights that are attached to it. And everyone is sort of under the assumption that IP rights are attached to all of these. So this is a very big problem, right? And so if you start thinking then about, companies that can help solve IP challenges in this space, it's a big opportunity. If you take, a lot of people now own digital assets or have sort of experimented with it, tried it out, maybe their kids have it, things like this. And, what we're seeing is, most people have not figured out a solution of how to transfer it to their loved ones if something were to happen to them. And this is a big problem. And so if we look at this and we say, well, almost everybody is going to lose their crypto if something were to happen to them, if they were to pass, et cetera. Well, we need to have solutions that are fully digital on chain that can solve these problems. And so we've got 25 open sub-thesis right now where we're looking for companies actively that are solving some of the biggest problems that are out there, even when people aren't talking about them, even before it's a trend or sexy for the market. But we're out there trying to back founders to really build out and solve some of the biggest problems out there.
Okay, thank you so much. Very interesting. Thanks.
SECUR, the true solution for your digital privacy and security. SECUR is a private and secure messaging and email solution hosted in Switzerland, using proprietary military-grade encryption and Swiss privacy laws, giving you true privacy. SECUR doesn't collect or sell your data and doesn't require your phone number or any personal data that hackers target. You can message and email non-secure users privately without the need for others to download SECUR. Visit secure.com. Regain and protect your privacy today.
Welcome, everyone, to your Secure Privacy and Security segment. I'm Anna Berry, along with host Alain Ghiai, the CEO of Sekur Private Data. Welcome, Alain.
Hi, Anna. Hi, everyone.
All right, we've got the weekly hack for you. And so the world's most popular password manager, LastPass, it was hacked. And source code, technical information, all kinds of stuff was stolen. So when it comes to passwords and the 8,000 different passwords we have to remember to keep our data safe and secure, what are some tips you have for us, and how can we make sure our privacy is secured?
Well, if you use the password manager, it's already a good step. Unfortunately, most of them, are prone to hacking. I don't think it's the first time that LastPass got hacked. There's also Dashlane, I think that's another one way back that got hacked. We do have a password manager in our Secure suite, which is a little bit more expensive because it's a tool for, you have consumers, but it's mostly for small business. You have a file share, data backup, email, and password manager. I have close to 900 passwords between the corporate and my personal. So it adds up, and our password manager generates a password. You have a strength meter. It's so strong that some of the banks don't accept even. We have to minimize the security, which is really odd. Some banks are still using old ways to secure their passwords. But with this event, I had a chat with my engineers, and we've decided to really launch our own password manager once and for all, because we've had so many requests, and we didn't think there would be a need because you have other password managers. So I think in Q1 at some point, or maybe year end, we'll see what we can come up with. We will launch our own password manager. It'll be extremely affordable. It'll be less than $10 a month for sure. It'll be more competitive than these other ones that you see. And the reason why all these passwords get hacked, these managers, is because when you install it, they synchronize with the browser and they let you log in automatically. Whereas ours, you have to still manually copy and paste when you go to a website, and we don't take over your browser and your device. That's a huge thing. This is in line with our privacy policy, our privacy thoughts, because we want to have that wall between your data, even a password manager, and a browser or other website. So it takes an extra 30 seconds maybe to log in, but it's well worth it because nobody can come suddenly and hack you. And then they have access to all the stuff that you are logging in. So we're going to try to finally get something out for the consumer out there, because people can't pay $50 a month every time. We're going to make it single-digit dollar a month or $10 a year. What's good about Secure Messenger is that nobody knows you're using it. To send you a text, you need to accept them. First, they need your secure number. That's one thing. Then they need to submit a request and you need to accept them. So it's not like somebody can just look you up in your phone number and then send you something. And we've been discussing, it's amazing for teenagers and kids. There is a cost, but it's well worth it. Because if you want to have, as a teen or adults actually, get a lot of bullying in our society where, social media rules and everybody is better than everybody else. And we have all these societal issues right now because of social media. But basically, everybody's being bullied one form or another. If you don't want to communicate with somebody or not receiving these things that are unwanted, get Secure Messenger, because it will only accept the people in your circle. It's $5 a month, $50 a year, but I would like to give a promo code to our viewers, SEKUR15, SEKUR15, and you get 15% off. So it comes to, maybe like $35 a year. A family is bad. You can buy as many licenses. A family can have its own circle of chat in full privacy. This is a big need that's coming more and more. We build this for businesses, but we realize as the consumer comes and buys multiple licenses that you have families buying this. Mm-hmm. So if you don't want unsavory images being sent to you and people harassing you nonstop, get Secure Messenger, give your secure number to your friends only. You can also create groups. It's really amazing. And of course, extremely private, easy to use, and of course, secure. So I would recommend that for back to school. That would be a great gift to give your kid.
Right, right, or just ourselves as parents. I'm a parent myself, so I would definitely rest assured once my daughter's of age to begin messaging to have that technology on her phone. So great stuff that you're creating at Secure, and you've got wonderful updates coming up in these next few months. So we always love keeping in touch with you and learning about what to do to make sure our data is private and secure. Thank you so much for joining us again, Alain.
Thanks, Anna. Happy to be here and see you guys all next week.